Okay, we will talk about the clinical posturometry. Clinical posturometry is, I don't know if everybody knows posturometry, but it's one of the diagnoses in our school. In our school, we do the clinical diagnosis and also we do the posturometry diagnosis. Posturometry is measure any clinical diagnosis, no? And then before I show in this short webinar, I will present something regarding posturometry. Okay. The posturometer, this webinar is to introduce the posturometer. That is the new device in our school. The posturometer is an instrument, is an objective instrument that allow us to measure our posture. I think it's a very, very important device. Many times ago, this person, who was an Italian person, he said, no, pur si muove, is moving, no, the earth, regarding the earth, Galileo Galilei. And he said, all is measurable. If he can measure at that moment, he cannot say, okay, you are right. We use the posturometer to measure our clinical posture. This is posturometer. Posturometer is a very simple device. It's a portable device, and this new version is very, very easy. We work very hard for many years to develop this in a simple way. You know, for us, medical science, right? It's very difficult to deal with the computer sometimes. And this posturometer has a software. You will see later. I will show the software. You will see that it's very easy. Also, the connection of our device with the PC. Okay, all right. It's a tool to transform what we say in our school. If you can measure the clinical opinion, in science, we transform that in science. Today is not a lecture of posturometry, but I want to introduce all of you about what is posturometry. Posturometry is a diagnostic test used to evaluate an individual's posture and balance. It is not invasive procedure. It's very simple, very easy, and we tested the posturometry, the stabilometry, the foot support, as you will see later, and the body center of our body. What is posturometry? Measuring posture allows us to monitor our treatment's progression, and that's very important in all medical sciences, not only in physical rehabilitation. Every medical sciences need to measure their treatment because all the treatments are connected with the body, and we can affect the body with our treatment. I am meaning dental treatments, insoles, physical rehabilitation, osteopathy, etc., etc. The posturometer allows us to evaluate In posturology, we have receptors of the body posture. The tonic postural system have main receptors, and with the posturometer we can evaluate if the receptors are in a good way. Is they not interference? If we don't have interferences with them, that's very important in my opinion. Measuring posture, we can evaluate in the main receptors are in balance between them. If they are not in balance, we can see, we can observe what they are doing with the tonic postural system. That is a patient. As you see here, look at here, there is eyes problem, we have the mouse problem, posture, torsion, food, etc. Other patient. This patient have a real short leg. Imagine how we can treat it. We need an interdisciplinary protocol. That is obvious. We cannot treat only one professional, but the most important thing is how we can observe if our treatment interfere with the others. How? Posturometer allows that. We can see if we are making interferences between our treatment. The dentist, the physio, the osteopath, the pedestrian, everybody needs the posturometer to work. Posturometer is an objective device with a very simple way to make the position of the foot, and obviously posturometer is an instrument, but the main thing is the protocol I create for the posturometer with the software. We have a dedicated software, we will see later, a dedicated software with a special protocol for diagnosis and treatment. This professor was my professor many years ago, Dr. Bernard Jenkinson from the United States. And he said to me something very clever many years ago. Clinical opinion may be true or false, but it is only an opinion. When we can measure that, we can measure it, it is transformed into science. And that is a real truth. That professor was very clever, was for Seattle, was one of my professors many years ago, 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Posturometer, this is the posturometer. Yeah. Posturometry and stabilometry with the protocol I created. It is a new focus for diagnosis and therapeutics in myofunctional postural rehabilitation. That is our protocol. In our protocol we have clinical diagnosis and instrumental diagnosis. That is the instrumental diagnosis. Posturometry is a medical science. Very good study. It is proven, the posturometry, that studies and measures the static posture of the body, measure the postural balance, and relates the activity of postural receivers. Eyes, that means oculomotor system, mouse, that means craniofacial system, a big disturber of the posture, and foot support. We measure to see if they are in balance between them, or if they are altered. And if they are altered, we can measure what are causing to the tonic postural system. If I will ask all of you, what do these guys have in common? You can answer the question. They say this is torsion, very bad posture, etc., etc. But the thing the human being have in common is they search for the best possible center of gravity. We call barycenter. Every single movement, we try to put the barycenter of our body closer to the center of gravity of the earth. The central nervous system seeks at all times the barycenter of our body to see if it is closer to the center of the gravity of the earth, because in that position we use less energy. That is the point. But to have the barycenter closer to the center of gravity, our body makes a lot of adaptations. Sometimes these adaptations creating disease. The objective of the central nervous system is maintain the body's center of gravity as close as possible to center of gravity of the earth. Conserving energy, saving energy. Our body, our central nervous system try in every moment save the energy. Constant balance of our body in all situations. How much does the center of gravity of a good golfer shift during the heat? Nothing. But to have the center here, they do this adaptation for the heat. Everybody of them have lumbar problems, a lot, by the adaptation of the body. And what about the shooter? The same. Take this position, 0. Take this position of adaptation for the best shooter. You see the legs, the arms, but the barycenter is here. Adaptation. Maximum energy saving, as is obtained using less resources, afferences and efferences. Less use of the muscular apparatus, neuromuscular apparatus. If we do rehabilitation, that is important, very important. Because if it's not, we do only techniques. And then we see techniques relapses. What happens when the central nervous system is facing the aggression, some aggression? Safeguard from the danger. What I mean? If I have pain if I have some problem in the right, my body will go to the left, and chronically will affect the left. Maximum defense of pain. Always take antalgical position. Escape from the pain. Adapt. And we see that in the posturometer. These imperatives makes the central nervous system react absolutely automatically to find the ideal center of gravity in relation to the efficiency of afferences of the body. Look at here, afferences and efferences, like a choir. One voice out of tone, ruin the melody. That's the same happen with our receptors. One receptor of the tonic postural system, it is working bad, we will have a problem. We ruin the melody. The ideal center of gravity is obtained only if there is the perfect balance among all afferences and efferences. Balance of the body. All parts of the body form a circle. That's why each part is important. Be the beginning at the end. Hippocrates. We can have problems along these systems, mind, biochemistry, body structure, etc. All part is important, and with the posturometer you can measure that. Anywhere we start to observe the circle, that means the patient, the body patient, we will find reflection of a pathology located elsewhere. Some problem in the foot, maybe you have the symptom in the back. Some problem in the mouth, we have a symptom in the back of the foot support. That's important to measure. If you measure, you can investigate that, and you can go directly to the focus of the problem. It's a very nice objective instrument. Obviously, the instrument is a device. You need the protocol, and we have a very intensive course to formate the people, in this particular diagnosis and treatment. Structure of the posturometric and stabilometric platform was designed to measure of detecting body's load distribution in correspondence with the following three areas of the feet. First metatarsal, fifth metatarsal calcaneus. Have three sensors. There is two platforms. One sensor, 2 and 3. The triangle of support of our body. Principles of Capanges. How the body weight is distributed into the floor. When we do the measure, the foot have to be positioned always in the same position. We have a very simple sign. We will position simply here. And we can repeat the exam. And that is science. Follow the clinical protocol, obviously. The purpose of the test is to evaluate each principal postural receptor, oculomotor system, craniofacial system, and foot support. Three simple tests. But after that, you can measure everything you like. We measure intolerances. We measure hypersensibilities of the body, medicine, insults, glasses, dental treatments, physical rehabilitation, osteopathic rehabilitation. We measure every single thing we want, our life. Obviously, you have to understand the protocol. The position is important, and we do 3 exams. First exam is mouth open, eyes open. Second exam is mouth closed, but the eyes open. And the third one is the mouth open and the eyes closed. With these three texts, we measure posture of the body, the effect of the craniofacial system to the body, and the foot support. Very simple test, very easy, very simple. 30 seconds take to do that. The craniofacial system is often victim or cause, but always is disturbing, even if it's a victim of the posture. And we can measure that, and we can measure how to intervene. Okay? The colors code. Green color is normal load in this area. Yellow is slightly altered load, and red indicates altered load, more and less. Triangles. When the triangles point up, is an overload in this area. When the triangle point back, is a less load in the area. As a traffic light, altered, attention, normal. The craniofacial system can sometimes be causal posture or victim posture, but you can measure that, because sometimes we think craniofacial system is a big disturber of the posture, is an evil. You can measure that when it's disturbed. In this case, we have no occlusion, and look at here, 5.4 kilos overload to the left. Patient, close the mouth, and look at it, it's less. In that case, this is a victim of the posture, but always, even there, is creating problem, because it's trying to resolve the postural problem, and then later will create the problem. And you can measure that with the posturometer. Look at here, 5.5. And look at here, 7 kilos when close the mouth. Here, the craniofacial system is the cause of alteration. With a simple test, you can make the diagnosis. We have a stabilometry. I don't do in here a course of the posturometer, but just to tell you how we work. We can observe in the varicenter, who is a stabilometry, something quantitative or qualitative, right? This is the varicenter of the body. Look at here. The varicenter have to be here, and it's right and back. These three values here, these three values here, have different significations. Comfort, see, comfort of the body. Yes, I don't go further with this because it's very difficult to explain posturometry in half an hour. Okay, this is the comfort value. This is the oscillation, forward and back. And this is that's very important value. This is muscle tone. We can individuate here if the muscle is hyperactivity or hypoactivity. Imagine in rehabilitation, what important is that? And we see some case, a clinical case. This patient is a real short leg who have a side mandibular deviation, and we observe the posturometer reading before and after the treatment. That's the proof that we have a real short leg measuring. Mouse, lateral deviation, and slight mandibular forward position and anterior position. Look at here. In this case, without dental, victim, you see? So remember to refresh the concept, yeah? And cause, yeah? And look at now the patient. Initial reading 4.7, yeah? The overload to the left, side deviation to the left. That is coincidence with the lateral deviation of the jaw. We have here the calcaneus who lose weight, green, a triangle pointed back. That moves forward the body. Overloading this area in the foot. Imagine the suffering of this area due to the occlusion. Overload, first and fifth metatarsus. And after treatment, look at that, zero overload, green. We did the insole to correct the shorter leg, because that was the diagnosis. And then the bed, the body equilibrium device to cancel the negative effect of the craniofacial system. Zero. Body center is centrated. And normalization of the loads in each area of carpentry. Before and after. That's measure. When you measure, you can see your treatment. You can follow also your treatment. That is the goal of Posturometer. For the people who don't know us, this is our social networks. Yeah? And I will show you now the Posturometer, how it works, the software. All right, let me change the screen, yeah, and then you see the Posturometer. This is the software. Yeah? The software is very easy. Yeah? There is a database here, yeah? With all patients. Yeah? You can add the patient here. You can see the patients you have. No? Okay. And this is the dashboard. Very simple. And look at here. This is the whole mission we had. 2,392 patients with 15,956 reading. That's a lot of mission, a lot of experience. And then we see one patient. Let me choose one. Anyone. If you choose the patients, okay, and you see here, we see the 3 exams. First, second, and this is recorder. This software is all in the cloud. And that important thing of this is that everybody, if you are in India and the other is in Qatar, the other is in Spain, you can share the diagnosis. Imagine some patient who travel from Madrid to go into Qatar. And you don't know what the other person did. You enter here, there is a network for people who work together. They share the same diagnosis. You can see the reading in the mobile phone, in a smartphone, in the tablet, in Mac, in Linux, in Windows, and anywhere. the reading, we have a monopole to do the trace. We have to do in Windows or Linux, because this is a monopole, it's a war. But after the reading is done, you stay now in the bar with your mobile phone, and you can see the reading. And you can talk with your partner in the other part of the. You can share, the pictures, in the mobile, tablets, PC, anywhere. And look at here. If we select 3 exams, and we do here, click here, and then we have the 3. And let me do a little bit less the screen. Okay, all right, because my screen is big pictures. You have here the 3 reading. Mouse open, mouse close, eyes closed. We see how it's affecting with the simple reading. You can review the exams. You play, and you see in real time the exams. You can see 1, you can see 2, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and then if you're going down, we do short reading because I am in the screen. We see here central body center and foot support. We can do diagnosis of the body center with the values. There's 3 simple values you need, and the foot support. And also you have here the torsion of the body. You can see which exam is creating torsion, right? You can observe here. If you clear that, you can say, okay, I want to see 1, right? 1 exam. I click here, I did here, and we see only 1. We see only 1 body center, central body center, foot support, and torsion. It's very simple to use, very clever, the software, and is a software who you can manipulate without problem. Obviously, you need a course, training course for diagnosis. No training course to manipulate the software. The software in 5 minutes you manipulate. This is a USB connection. You connect with this USB, immediately it's connected with your PC. You don't need nothing. But the other thing that is very good is, if you imagine you have a multi-clinic and you have a clinical room downstairs, and you are upstairs, and your nurse, because these exams can do a nurse. The interpretation, no, but the exams, any person can do that. You train it, they can do that. And you stay upstairs, and you have an internal network. You can see what the other people are doing with the posturometer. You are in another room, and you don't need a lot of posturometer. You have 1. It's portable. You can bring with you anywhere. Easy, plug in and use it. And the software is saving the reading in a cloud. That is important. You don't need backup. We do the backup in the cloud. You don't have to be worried for a backup of your data, and you can share your data with the people you like, obviously. In our cloud, we have networks of people who work together. In our school, we have people who work together. Yeah, okay. Yeah. There is someone who wants to talk. I see some voice. There's a microphone. No, there was a noise on. Okay. All right. And it's very easy, very simple, and there is no complication. Okay. The objective of this short webinar was to show for everybody the new device, and if you like, you can stay in our school, and our school will have groups, and you can study with us. No problem. Right? And if you see here, I will show you here. There is this where you can go, and you can see the pages, and we have also, I will share with you, our courses in our application. I will share, because it's a new way now. We are studying now. Then we have a new application who is really new, and we have all courses there. You can, because we are trying now to do recorder courses and then practice in place, and that is the new way that we work. Now you do the theory online as you want, as you like. I will show you in a minute the application. Like 1 second. If you want, you can register in our application here. You sign up. You sign up here with the mail address. You sign it. And when you sign, you are in. Okay, and you have here our courses, all courses in our school. Okay, we have a lot of courses in English, in Spanish, prices, etc. And if you want to buy one of them, you click in, and you can buy the course. And then we do the practice online, obviously, any place. We start now a master in osteopathy. This master is a very interesting master in postural osteopathy. It's an international master with practice in Spain and theory online. That will be the next master in our school. Right? This start in January next year. Right? Okay, that's it. That's finished the webinar. I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and I will wait for you in the next webinars in our school. And we can share our knowledge, and we can share our information. And thank you so much to be here. Thank you so much to participate. And I hope I will see you in the next webinar. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you to be here, and see you next time. Bye bye bye.